How about we do a battle royale for the most sought after bullion coins of 2020? Let's do it. All right, guys, I've recorded this video several times already, and for some reason my microphone's not working, so I'm going to just try to power through it. So if you can't hear me, I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to figure out what to do going forward. I may have to just go get a new microphone. All right, now I'll just talk as loud as I can. Now, the Libertads and the Eagles. I wanted to do this video for quite some time. I have not seen it out there. Let me know if you've made a video or whatnot. I'm sorry, but I just can't find one out there comparing the two and the similarities of the two. Which one's to stack? Which ones are better to stack? It's kind of a personal opinion, and you're going to have to decide that for yourself. I'm just going to give you the comparison to them. Now, it's hard to compare. I'll just compare the ones present because there's so many variants on the Libertads, right? You got so many so many different sizes and different years. They made different variants of the design. Whereas the Silver Eagle is pretty much the same design, except for in 2008, there was a couple design changes to the font, and there was, just minor changes. So next year, yes, the Eagle is going to change. The design is going to change on the silver and the gold. And a lot of people are looking forward to that. I know I am. I'm not going to probably load up on those, but I will grab them, All right. So the Libertads and the Eagles. All right. Now, the similarities, they're both, as of right now, they're both the same size. They both fit in a 40.6 millimeter tube. They will actually fit in the same tube from each mint, right? You could exchange them back and forth if you wanted to. Now, the ones coming from United States Mint, the tubes, they come in a tube of 20. The ones coming from the Bank of Mexico, they come in a tube of 25. Me personally, I like the 20s better. They just seem to fill the safe a little bit better, if that makes sense. They kind of, I don't know, it just makes more sense in my opinion just to have them in tubes of 20. So there's that. Now, the Libertads, all right, they both flip the same way, right? They both flip north to south or 12 to 6, however you want to call it. And just like the Eagles were, as most of your coins from Europe, Canada, they both flip probably side to side, just like that. So there are a bunch of variants of Libertads. These two right here, they started in 1979, and these are actually 925 sterling, and I want to say the last one was 1981. And these are very sought after for some reason. People love them in any condition. So if you can find those, just, grab them, man. People love those things. Now, they both are 3/9 fine. They both are prone to milk spot, both prone to tarnish, right? So you have to add that, you have to factor that in whenever you're stacking these. It doesn't matter what you do. It's going to milk spot if it's going to milk spot. It doesn't matter what, okay? You can keep it in the most perfect room possible. If it's going to milk spot, it's going to milk spot, okay? Tarnish, you can do things to prevent that. You can put the beads in there with your tubes. You can put the anti-tarnish strips in there. Try to remove as much moisture as possible with the beads, the silica beads, and the anti-tarnish strips from 3M. You can get those on Amazon. Those work well too. Now, in these, they're not necessarily protected from the elements, but it just added another variant to stacking them, right? It just added that little extra collector version. And the Libertads are pretty much a hybrid, right? The mintages is very, very low. It is a bullion coin by design, and the proofs are actually even more expensive than the Silver Eagles as well. Now, going forward, which ones should you buy, which ones you shouldn't? It totally depends on what you want to accomplish. If you're just out for getting as many ounces as possible, right? If you're just trying to put away as much bullion in your stack, Eagles. Unless you can get the Libertads right when they come out. Right when they come out is when you want to load up on the Libertads. And once they're gone, that's it. You're not finding them. You're only going to find them when someone is willing to liquidate. And that's few and far between these days. A lot of people are holding on to their silver. They're not letting it go. So take that for what it's worth. The only two people or the only two companies that I saw doing it the right way was Hero Bullion and Monument Metals. They actually sold them for good prices. I want to say it was 31, 32 maybe for your Libertads, and you can get the Eagles. At that time, it was like 26, 27. So if you got them at that price, man, you're like 10 bucks already profit into those coins. So stacking Libertads is actually good. It brings more value to your stack. If you can get them for a close price to the Eagles, yeah, load up on them because they're highly sought after. It's pretty much a cult following, just like Heist mentioned. I mean, people love them. They crave them. They gotta have them. They can't have enough of them. Same thing with Eagles. It's pretty much a cult following with Eagles. You either stack Eagles or you stack rounds or whatever. Now, me personally, I stack the Eagles because they're easier for me to find. They're cheaper for me to stack. It's the bullion of my country, and it's kind of the foundation of my stack. But wouldn't it be great if you could have a foundation of Libertads? But you want to do it when it comes out. You don't want to go back and get those unless you are collecting. And collecting kind of, it kind of takes away from the fact of being a stacking coin. Now, yes, you can collect them. That's up to you, totally up to you. But me personally, it's all about putting ounces away. All right, so in closing, which ones are the best ones to stack? And guys, this is just a personal, me personally, this is what I would do, but it's totally up to you what you want to do. If you're willing to pay those extra high premiums because you didn't get them whenever they first came out, then yeah, I would grab, maybe a few or so of your Libertads. But if you're doing a foundational stack and you live in the United States of America, yeah, it's Eagles. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said before, they're both prone to milk spots. They're both prone to tarnish. So if you got a whole bunch of toned up Libertads and you pay that extra premium for them, you're probably not going to do really good on your resale value whenever you do decide to liquidate. Same thing with Eagles, but you're not going to take that big of a hit compared to the Libertads, right? That's my reasoning behind them. That's why I kind of like to stack the Eagles. And not only that, but they're just a little bit more liquid, and they are very, very easy to offload and to find. Like I said in the previously, the Libertads, man, once they're sold, they're sold. It's hard to find them. It's hard to grab them. And whenever you go into any coin shop or bullion dealer for that matter, you're gonna pay that premium for them. And I don't really sell Libertads, so I can't really talk about how much you're gonna get for them in return. I do know peer-to-peer, you'll do better, but at the end of the day, for me personally, foundation-wise, I stack the Eagles. I'd love to would have had the chance to get the Libertads as a base, and going forward, if that's what you kind of want to do, by all means, there's nothing wrong with that. You can't go wrong stacking either one of these. But for me, for the overall dollar cost is Eagles. They're cheaper, and if they're gonna milk spot, they're gonna milk spot, like I said, and that's the main reason why I stack the Eagles instead. All right, but hey, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Is it Libertads? Is it Eagles? Who's your winner? Who's your loser? I'd love to know your thoughts, your comments. I'll get back to them as soon as I can. And that's going to do it for today, guys. Really appreciate you watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. Keep grinding on your stack.